You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, King Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's South Park After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's South Park After Show.
Hey, audience. It's us.
Welcome, welcome.
It's not like the us you're used to. It's myself and John Barrett and
Phil Svitek.
Jack Wiles had a family emergency.
So we wish him the best of luck.
Yes. So, and we'll try and make this show extra raunchy for you.
That's right.
But before we get into South Park, episode 5?
Episode 5, yes. Titled Butterballs.
Butterballs. Let me just, this episode deals with bullying.
Mm-hmm.
Have you dealt with bullies?
I have not, but I feel like you're going to tell me how to do it.
I'm not.
Oh, you're not. Who is?
Maria Menounos will.
Well, what does she know? She's a hot chick.
More than just a hot chick. Maria Menounos is a published author of this book.
So what? Okay, wait. So she's an 8-week New York Times bestseller. How is she going to teach me? Again, she's hot and she's a New York Times bestseller. What the hell does that have to do with bullying?
I guess you're not technically...
I'm not actually literate, so I can't read the title.
Yes.
So you have to tell me what the title is.
This is the Every Girl's Guide to Life by Maria Menounos. Phil, that's an E. Sometimes it makes the eh sound. Sometimes it makes the E sound.
Well, you can teach me how to read later.
All right, we'll get into that later. The Every Girl's Guide to Life.
It'd be great if the book taught me how to read, so I could do that.
That would be nice. Unfortunately, in order to read a book, you have to already be able to read.
All right.
It's one of those catch-22
but
type
everything
things,
else
which
you're
you won't
telling
understand.
me, everything else you're telling me is in this book.
Absolutely.
All right.
If you want to, I'm sure there's stuff in here that you can take to heart about learning how to deal with bullies, because it's the Every Girl's Guide to Life. It's not the Every Girl's Guide to Living as a Girl.
And you know, that book is so good, it will even teach you how to rate and comment on our iTunes page. Can you believe this book is that good?
This book is that good.
It's that good. And furthermore, it'll also teach you how to vote for Maria Menounos on Dancing with the Stars.
That's right.
It'll teach you how to pick the right TV shows to watch. It'll teach you a lot.
It will.
It'll teach you to love South Park even more than you already do. It'll teach you about your Butterballs. I'm just saying.
It will definitely teach you about your Butterballs. So go to your local bookseller. Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it for the book. Go to your local bookseller or bookmonger or whatever they call them, wherever
or you
you're
can do
from.
it online. Isn't that crazy?
You could do it online. Is another thing you could do. And purchase this book. According to the sticker on the back here, it is $19.99 US dollars.
That's when it was actually first published.
And that is already a deal.
Yeah.
This is everything you need. Every piece of information you will ever need about anything will be found in here. That's Phil Svitek's personal guarantee.
That's right. So, John, while you're putting the book away, just wanted to keep the conversation going. Let's talk about what the episode was about, bullying.
Well, bullying. That's what it was about. And obviously this show has dealt with bullying quite a good deal.
It certainly has. And it is a hot topic.
That's right. That new film, Bully, has just been released and is
I have not yet
making
seen
the
it,
rounds.
but,
I have not either.
But I'm told it's good. It's a documentary, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
Its purported goal is to shed light on the problem with bullying in this country, which I certainly think is a noble goal.
Yes. Well, we'll get more into it with what Butters and what he was used as.
We'll get into that.
But
So Butters walks into the cafeteria with a black eye and no lunch because his lunch money has been stolen.
and of course, this is why I really love it. You think that it'd be so generic to just have a bully in the school.
Exactly. And so
Lo and
the
behold,
kids decide that it's time to, deal with the bullying problem. And as they're making this decision, Butters goes home for the afternoon. And
which, if I might backtrack, what I really love, what comes into play is I love how Cartman, total non sequitur, it seems, is he's off on his rant, which
Right.
we've seen him do many times.
Yes.
And how JJ's is the
Everything.
everything in
Yeah.
music videos is about
music
JJ's.
videos are all just girls singing about their vaginas. Vajayjays, he
JJ's.
says.
Which I would say it's true.
Valid point.
And you don't think it's going to come back, and yet eventually
Oh, it
comes
does.
full circle, which I really love
It
in terms
really-
of storytelling.
Really does. So then we get Butters faces his bully after school.
Which is so strange. I didn't when he wanted to talk with his grandma, I thought, he was going to come.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be like a heart-to-heart conversation, but obviously it wasn't. This is South Park. And there it is, his grandmother beating the piss out of him on the living room couch.
Yeah.
I mean, it harkens back to the good old days.
One of the things that
And if I may add, it's a tie-in with another show that we do here at AfterBuzz that y'all should watch called Mad Men, where the grandmother was beating was hitting
yes, that's a
hitting
good
Sally
reference.
Draper.
That was this
That was
week's episode.
This week's episode, yeah.
You know what? That's genius because if you look at that, today's Wednesday, and that episode of Mad Men
Aired
which
Sunday.
Aired Sunday. So that's
Their turnaround,
I mean, that's nuts.
Maybe they saw Mad Men.
Maybe they got a screener.
Maybe. That's all wild speculation.
That is no, but you know what? I'm gonna say they saw it this Sunday, and all the more credit to those guys to turn that around that fast.
That's right. Mad Men.
So
Mad Men in South Park, man.
just so great.
Anyway, them finding that Butters has been bullied launches the school's program to stop bullying, or, as the song goes, to make bullying kill itself.
That's right. And I love how they got first off they got forced in, or Mr. Mackey certainly did. You got to do this. Do you not care? Like, let's go.
Right, that the anti-bullying crowd is essentially the point that's being made is that the anti-bullying lobby, if such a thing can be said to exist, is basically bullying people into working against bullying, which is,
Which
we're deep down
mathematically
the-
negates itself.
we're
but
deep down the rabbit hole at that point, But
Dr.
Buggy
Oz.
Bailey's Bully Busters come in, registered trademark. yeah.
Yes. You can't forget that part.
To basically encourage the kids to create a movie about bullying.
Which, by the way, I really love how, he has the one girl up there.
Yeah, and he just bullies her. Do people say things about you? Do they call you, like what? They call me ugly and a nerd? Do they say you wear nice pants? Why do you wear them all the way up to your tits?
Yeah. So, you know what it reminded me of?
God.
It reminded me of Arrested Development and Jessica Walter character.
Oh my God! Yes.
Where
that's a very apt analogy.
because her methodology on that show was, all right, if I bully my kids, then they'll be apt to handle it.
I just want her to be prepared to have a bully that's as witty as I am.
Yeah, and then
And she never did.
yeah, that because for those of you who know the show, Ron Howard narrates it, and that was the narration after she says the line.
Oh my goodness.
So that's what it made me think of watching tonight's episode, especially with the grandmother.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
Um,
And then so we have this bullying video, which is essentially just a music video, which allows Cartman to participate in his least favorite thing about music videos, which is girls singing about their vaginas. And I would say in the list of list of disturbing images that South Park has put into my head, I'm gonna put Cartman dressed as like a Kesha type
what is it?
lady,
Yeah, okay. Kesha, I could go with that.
singing about his vagina is probably in the top 10 for me personally.
I mean, he's been much worse.
Yeah, but that one, I don't know why it was that. It's like that, the blood on the rotating thing from this season's home shopping.
Cash for Gold episode.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot. They get away with some gross images. But for some reason, like the really gross, violent ones don't get to me as much as the ones where Cartman is singing about his vagina.
I mean, what for me, the disturbing image was then the mascot of our bullying campaign, Butters.
Oh, naked in the glass box.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Yeah, Butters. Man, it's great to have another Butters episode.
It really is.
Yeah, you know.
And every time they try to help him, it just brings more peril to his life.
Because Butters he is living in an ass-backwards universe. Like, everything... If something goes wrong for him, it will continue to go wrong forever. Like, it will just get to the worst point.
I mean, even last I forget when they have the gun in his mouth. Oh,
yeah, he has the gun in his mouth the whole time.
Which he was bullied into that, if you want to kind of make any reference.
Yeah, I mean, of course he's going to be the one who's dealing with bullying the most because he is an easy target. But I think we get... You know, every once in a while, they'll give you like a real Butters-centric episode. And I think that's a really fun character for them to explore.
Yeah.
You know? And this episode, I think, is a really great example of it. Because, of course, he'd be getting bullied by his grandmother. Like, that kind of explains the relationship he has with his parents. Okay. If you think about it. I mean, because anything he does, his parents are going to ground him for. You know?
That is true.
So it's just this sort of cycle of physical and emotional violence against.
And I love. Oh my god! I'm just gonna continue calling Captain Pussy because that's the last.
Yeah, that's right.
We cheered.
We got
when
Professor
we saw him.
Chaos back. Oh my god.
We cheered.
Oh,
and then it just went downhill right after that.
Yeah, I wrote down Professor Chaos in like big caps on my note sheet because I was so glad that Professor Chaos was back. But I knew something bad was going to happen to Professor Chaos.
I was hoping, you know, because I didn't have... Usually I like to time these things for the storytelling, you know, see when things change or whatever. And I was hoping something good was finally going to happen. I thought we were at that minute where he was finally going to prevail, but...
Nope, gummy bears.
Which, oh my god, so gross.
If
you really think about it,
I
it makes
knew
sense,
that was going to be... Yeah.
But
I knew that was going to be horrible. I knew it was going to be something really gross, and I was not prepared for that.
Yeah.
I was not prepared for her to take her dentures out and chew on her and just gum on her grandson's arm.
So gross.
Oh, God. Oh, God. One of my favorite things that his grandmother does to him is take the urinal cake out of the urinal and tell him, this is a narc puck. I'm going to put it in your mouth. Look, it's covered in pee.
This episode had a lot of... I mean, just talking about it, Jesus, I didn't realize how many gross things there were, but there was a lot.
It's a really gross episode.
It really is.
But I do, to the writer's credit, I will now, for the rest of my days, refer to urinal cakes as narc pucks.
Yes, indeed. And I love, you know, just a small fact, but I love how Butters got called a psychopath.
Yeah.
But I don't, you know, psychopath is more meant for like serial killers who actually have a plan or something like that, whereas he's more of a sociopath.
No, it's what he is that's more psychotic than sociopathic. It's because it's just like a complete loss of control.
Yeah, but
that's what psychosis is.
Yeah, but psychopaths have kind of a game plan. They kind of have, there's more thought to it.
Yeah, but like the difference between a psychopath and a sociopath is that a sociopath knows what they're doing is wrong and they don't care. A psychopath doesn't have the concept of right and wrong.
Well,
I
didn't mean to get too deep down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, sorry. Also, I love that Jesus is a bully.
Yes, and we've been meaning to have Jesus come back.
Yeah, and so we did, and that's great.
And it actually is a nice follow-up to last week's episode where...
where Cartman rejects Jesus.
Yeah, and so, you know, to see Jesus as a bully, it makes... Okay.
Yeah.
It's a nice follow-up if you think about it in that sense.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, the other one thing I just want to mention about Butters before we move on to our next topic. I just love it's not really about Butters, but it's this sort of recurring thread throughout of Anonymous Andy and
yes, I mean that was...
and cliche conflict resolution Kyle, which is what Butters is at the end, because he what Butters is afraid of being by having another bully like address the original bully.
Yeah.
Cliche conflict resolution Kyle. Or Kevin.
I mean, that was a great series. I don't want to be a tattletale. And then, yeah, Anonymous Andy.
I don't want to be an Anonymous Andy. I don't want to be a cliche conflict resolution Kevin. Oh, boy. So let's... one thing that we've been sort of talking about when we talk about South Park this whole season, really, is that they've been sort of going after low-hanging fruit and not particularly topical things.
Yeah.
And this episode turned that around. The movie Bully just came out. And that's a big talking point for a lot of people. This is a little bit old news at this point, but they finally get to the Coney 2012 thing. And the what's his face rubbing one out and going crazy through the streets of San Diego, because as Cartman constantly, or not Cartman, Stan
and Kyle.
Kyle constantly reminds Stan, or implores Stan to not go down to San Diego and jack off. Don't go be naked jacking it in San Diego.
Yeah.
Like the guy who made the Coney 2012 video. Which also brings up when Stan is going to bully Kyle in the bathroom.
Yeah, it's
and he's like,
fun.
Release it for free on the internet. I'm sorry, I wasn't. What did you say? But I love. Okay, this whole episode was just sort of like it was one of those episodes where I knew it wasn't going to be resolved in a typical way.
Yeah,
because it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and like the pieces were just too big to fall apart.
And all you really need to resolve was Butters' thing with his grandmother.
Which they did pretty well with that scene where he says, "Someday you're going to die, someday soon, and I'll be there at the hospital,
and it's going to be nothing but you."
Yeah, but it doesn't really resolve any of the rest of it, which keeps building the whole time. Which is
the
Stan
NBC calling,
selling the movie, and Stan getting sued and all that.
The school getting sued,
and so everyone hates him. So there's only one thing that he can do, and that's go to San Diego, get naked, and jack it.
And what a great song that brings up.
That was the moment of the season for me, is that song, because it's a complete non sequitur.
I was trying to, I'm trying to look it up on iTunes, see if it's available, but it's not quite. Ronnie, can you look it up? It's, just look up South Park Jackin' It song or something like that.
It was.
Or San Diego. Any of those search words.
So basically, the end of this episode of South Park is a commercial for San Diego being the perfect place to go, get naked, and jack it in the streets.
And I love the mayor with the terrible green screen,
and oh god,
just that's such detail to add to that, because because most like local places, things done locally like that would have that shitty green screen.
Exactly, and all these they nail all the sort of San Diego landmarks, and it's great. San Diego really. I mean, I don't know. I'm not the type of person who runs around in the street naked jacking it. But San Diego seems like the place where I would start that path in my life.
If I were to say, if it got to start in anywhere, I would say Will Ferrell started that trend of, we're going streaking in the quad.
Right.
From old school.
But obviously the Joseph Coney guy started the
dance in San Diego.
Yeah, the getting naked and jacking it in San Diego. And he vandalized a car too. Yeah. Why didn't they deal with that part? The vandalizing a car.
Well,
They couldn't have Stan vandalize a car.
they could have. Well, I love the guy filming it, and yeah, I mean, just
Oh yeah,
what a
they
great
just
song.
nailed. That was
I don't think we gonna find it, Ronnie. I mean, I'm not too hopeful just because it's such a brand new
it
episode.
just
But
aired.
if you could, you have no idea how much it would make my day.
Oh, your day's already being made, but we're looking for it.
right.
We'll try to find it.
yeah. Release it on the internet for free. Oh, so I guess just like a thematic wrap up. They seem to like take a stance against or not so much against this whole anti-bullying thing, but I think they seem to take one of the more reasoned stances when they have Butter's little moment of conflict resolution with his grandma, which is just actually, who says it? The one of the other kids says about the whole thing.
Well, what do they say? I mean, no, I mean, all in all, I mean, to me,
life sucks sometimes. You just got to ride it out.
no, it's more than that. Life sucks, but it'll pass.
That's what it is.
Meaning you're gonna die anyway, so who gives a crap?
Yeah. But
So-
it's really interesting that all of a sudden people want to stop bullying forever. You know,
Yeah, I mean,
it seems like a lofty goal.
I mean, everything's a lofty
Because
goal
I
in that
want
sense.
to point out to everyone everyone I've seen who's been like pumping this movie. Just remember, you were a shithead in high school. Every single one of us was a shithead in high school.
I feel like high school and middle school and even elementary school, it's supposed to be shitty.
It's
Like
just
if you read Charles Bukowski's Ham on Rye, it's kind of like your rite of passage. I mean, you're either gonna be the cool kid, and then the rest of your life's gonna suck. So
Right.
great, congratulations. Or you're gonna get the shit kicked out of you every day, and then you know what? Life's gonna get better for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Life lessons.
the big problem is that like the ways people can bully each other have gotten more advanced, I guess, and they're probably, I think they're citing examples of, kids committing suicide, and lots of it is homophobic and all of that, and it's all bad. And I don't think bullying is good, but I think the problem isn't that people need to be educated about bullies. The problem is that kids are shitheads.
Yeah.
That's
And I love how Mackey's whole like positive thinking.
right.
I mean, I think that would have been a perfectly good seminar
Yeah, but no. Let's have this anti-bullying seminar
instead of positive.
where these guys bully people into.
Yeah.
Also, Butter saying, "Stop making me say things I don't want to on your TV show."
Yes.
You hear that, bullies? Stop making him say things he doesn't want to on your TV show.
I mean, how more specific can you get? But
It's really great. Shall we to commercial then?
yes, I believe so. Let's hit it.
AfterBuzz TV.
Hi, I was once like you, a lazy, angry loner whose only joy was watching TV and surfing the net. And, like you, after I'd see one of my favorite TV shows, I'd be so excited and have so many questions that I'd actually have to talk to my douchebag coworkers about it at the water cooler. Then I discovered AfterBuzzTV.com. AfterBuzz TV produces after-show webcasts and podcasts for TV series of all kinds, like post-game wrap-up shows for all your favorite TV shows. AfterBuzz TV hosts are industry insiders who break down episodes of shows, take calls from fans, and interview cast and crew from each series, with over 60 different after shows, from Boardwalk Empire to American Idol to Vampire Diaries to Real Housewives, and more. Now, after a night of TV, I can ignore my stupid coworkers, who I hate, and go straight to my desk and watch or listen to all my favorite AfterBuzz TV after shows, and have all the TV fan interaction I need. Thank you, AfterBuzz TV.
AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about?
I know I mentioned this a lot. The beginning and end and music throughout that commercial just gives me all the boners. And then that guy's voice and him complaining, it's such a weird conflict in my brain.
Well, you know what I love? This commercial couldn't have been more perfect for today's episode because of bullying. And speaking of coworkers you hate, so you get to listen to our podcasts.
That's true.
So, we're not going to bully you here. We just love to talk about South Park.
And for the record, when I try to look up all that you were asking on internet for jacking up or jacking off,
you were supposed to add South Park to it, not just those
I'm
two
just
words.
saying it was a tough, wild ride, and we didn't find it yet, so we're going to have to wait till next episode.
I apologize that we made you look up jacking it on the internet.
I thought you would put South Park somewhere.
Yeah, he probably came up with a bunch of South Park Rule 34 stuff.
Yeah, who knows?
So no thanks.
But so you're sitting at your desk, you're getting bullied by your coworkers, you're jacking it. But hey, at least you've got us. And so in return, please just rate and comment on iTunes.
Rate and comment
or tell
on
a friend.
iTunes.
And
or tell a friend.
That's right. And John's singing a song.
That's right.
See, there's American Idol's coming up next.
Oh, sorry.
And no. But I will not be bullied by them.
No.
So, because we're going to give our predictions for next week.
That's right.
And we will not be bullied by those American Idol people.
No, we will not.
Now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So Jesus came back, so that prediction has come true for us.
Yes, it has.
So what do we predict next?
And they've already gotten Coney, so that's,
And we've been saying that they should do that.
Yeah. I think we're going to have another one of those the whole world's going to change episodes.
I want to have a Hunger Games episode.
Ooh, that'd be good. The next episode is going to be the last for a while, right?
No, they do 7 and 7.
Oh, they do 7 and 7. Okay. Then is it going to be the first of a two-parter? Is that usually how they do this?
Yes and no. It depends. Usually they either say that for the end. I mean, they get random with it, however they feel.
Yeah.
Like last time, they did the one, and then they split it up.
Right.
That was like 6-7 months later, whatever it was. But I think for me, Hunger Games, I would love to see.
Yeah,
Hunger
that'd be
Games.
good. I'd like to see the return of the Narc Puck.
That would be great. I want to see dancing. I want to see them make fun of Dancing with the Stars. Too.
Yeah,
that would be fun.
Speaking of which, don't forget to vote for Maria
on Dancing with the Stars.
And with all that, come on down next week. I'm John Barrett.
And I'm Phil Svitek.
You can find me on the Twitters at @JDuganBarrett or on the Tumblrs at botmarykill.tumblr.com.
And you can find me here at AfterBuzz TV on various other shows.
That's right.
All of which I love. And I love doing Archer with these guys. So
that's right.
If you're looking for another good show, Archer's a great one.
When it comes back.
Well, if you've never seen it, check it out. Then listen to the after show.
Listen to the shows. And then watch us when we do them live next year.
That's right.
Anyway.
And, Ronnie, why don't we'll let you give a plug.
What's up?
Never mind. You had your chance.
You blew it, Ron.
I'll be all right.
He was jacking it.
All right, folks. So tune in next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
And no
From
bullies.
Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.